In a move that kind of reminds me of the safe and legal days, we have a case where somebody got away with providing too little, too late care for somebody dying from abortion complications. This is Christina with the Sisyphean Journal, and today is January 13th. Here at the Sisyphean Journal, we look at women's abortion deaths and related topics to see what we can learn and how we can make abortion safe as long as it's going to be happening. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and stay up to date. Today, we are looking at a case of a cruel husband rather than a sloppy and careless, safe and legal abortion provider. A young woman named Fern died at Brownsville Hospital in Fayette County, Pennsylvania at 3 a.m. on January 13, 1927, just 18 days after her 27th birthday. And her death certificate noted that she died from acute dilation of the heart and septicemia due to an abortion. Now, that her husband, 30-year-old railroad worker Joseph, was cruel to her was obvious to anybody who knew the couple. They'd been married only about 6 months when Fern discovered that she was pregnant. Fern's family members all spoke up against him. The witnesses to the callousness included Fern's brother and his wife, Fern's sister, and Fern's mother. According to the family members, Joe bought a red liquid to use as an abortifacient and forced Fern to drink it. After the abortion had done its work, Fern developed heart problems and sepsis. When she took to her bed, Joe called her lazy and demanded that he get up and cook her meals, which, of course, reminds me of when poor Sylvia was too weak to walk, and Arnold Bickham said that she was lazy and put her in a wheelchair and literally shoved her out the door to die. So, finally, the family moved Fern to her brother's home and then to the hospital at the urging of a doctor that they brought in to try to provide some care for her. So on January 11th, Fern gave a deathbed statement, and she told him that Joe had insisted, "We don't want children until we pay for our new house." And then she described how he had made her drink the red abortifacient liquid. As she'd lay on her bed, he refused to even help her turn onto her side so she wouldn't choke on the blood that was flowing from her nose. The deathbed statement was taken in longhand, typed up, and read back to Fern for confirmation, and this statement was witnessed by a state trooper and a nurse, among others. After Fern was taken to the hospital and clearly lay dying, Joe, being just a charming individual, took out an ad in the local papers indicating he would not be responsible for any of Fern's debts after her death. Charming man. Now, Joe had admitted to a detective that he hadn't wanted children, but denied giving Fern the abortifacient. He was charged with manslaughter and with abortion, due not only to the fact that he'd made her drink the abortifacient, but had denied her appropriate care. However, the jury decided that there wasn't adequate proof that he'd provided the abortifacient, but decided that since he had allowed her to eventually be taken to the hospital, he hadn't done anything to really stand between her and her medical care. Wasn't that sweet? So, I'm not sure what we can learn from this, but I certainly would like a discussion below about what you think we could do to prevent women from dying the way Fern died.